We're now going to look at how to work with pictures as well as shapes and text boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my OneDrive, and inside my instruction files, inside my computer apps folder, I'm going to open up that objects document that we were working in for SmartArt. Once I've opened it up, again, you can note that on the Insert tab of the Office 365 version, you are going to be limited to pretty much just pictures. There's no text boxes, no shapes, and really when you use picture, you actually are pretty limited by what you can insert and how you can adjust it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up in the desktop app to be able to get more options. And I'm going to click Open Word when it asks me. Once my document is open up in Word, I'm going to see that I have my SmartArt from my previous lessons as well as my text. And I'm going to go ahead and just be clicked up at the top of the document, and we're going to insert some pictures. So we're going to insert a picture of our favorite food. So I'd like you to pause the video here and put in a picture of your favorite food real quick. So to put in pictures, we're going to go to the Insert tab. On the Insert tab under Pictures, when you're in the full version of Word, you actually have multiple options. You have from this device, which would be stuff on your computer, on the device you're working on, stock images that are provided for free, or online pictures. So looking at this, when we don't have a file on our computer, we would want to go to stock images or online pictures. So when I click one of those, I'm going to go ahead and select stock images. You'll see that we'll open up the dialog box to be able to choose what type of image I want to bring in. And you can see that actually this has brought us to where we have icons, we have cutout people, and we have stickers too. So even if I went to, cutout people, you're looking at people who don't have a background, they have a transparent background, and these boxes represent transparency. Stickers would be where you're having, little icon or graphics and those kinds of things that have been created with different characters. But under stock images, these are like high quality, available images that are available for use from wherever you're going. So if I look up my favorite food, spaghetti, I'm going to find only a couple options in here because they are supposed to be more like your marketing campaign images and those kinds of things. So I could insert one of these by clicking it and choosing Insert, and it will insert the picture on my screen. Once I have the picture, something for you to keep in mind is that when you're clicked on it, just like with SmartArt, you now have a picture format tab. If you click off of it, like if I click off to the right or down in the text down below, that tab disappears up in my ribbon. And to get it back, I would need to actually select the picture again. I can also remove a picture at any time. If I have the picture selected and it's got this bounding box around it, I can hit backspace or delete on my keyboard, and it will actually remove it from the document. This time around, we're going to go ahead and insert a picture, but this time from online pictures, where it's going to search the web and not just look for high quality stock images that are available to me. When I do this, I am then allowed to search, and it's going to be using Bing as my search engine because Microsoft owns Microsoft Word, and I also own Bing, so I can search for spaghetti in here and get spaghetti images. You can also see, like we talked about before, that Creative Commons is checked, and that means that these are copyright-free images that you are allowed to use. If I uncheck that, it will show me images that are also copyrighted. So just be careful about when you're using those copyright images and what you're doing. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and select an image that I like. So I think that this one looks great. So I'm going to hit Insert, and it will insert it on my document. The other way of getting a picture is to go online, right? So I can, open up an internet browser like Google Chrome, and I can search for spaghetti. When I search for spaghetti, I'm going to see obviously my search results, but if I go to images here, I'm able to actually choose what image I want to use from all the images using Google and not just Bing. When you're working with images from the web, it's important to note that you probably want to get like the highest version, right? The largest version. And when you hover over some of these images and you click on them, it's going to open up this preview. And in the bottom left of the preview, it's going to tell you how big the image is in pixels. And a 500 by 480, that's okay. That's a pretty good size image. But if you wanted a really big image, like to really take up a lot of space, like maybe it's going to be the background of a page, you might want to get higher quality bigger images. So something I want to show you in Google Images is actually there's a tools option over here when you're searching. And when you click on tools, you can actually choose what size of image you're getting. So you can search for only large images. So if I want really large images, I can choose large and it will adjust and only show me those with high pixel width and heights. When I click on this though, it's just going to show me the thumbnail. Like, you don't want to right click and save this image or copy this image, because it's actually the thumbnail version. So it's the smaller version. And even the preview version isn't the biggest version. If you click on it, it'll take you to the website. But what I also want to show you is if you actually right click on the image and you choose open image in a new tab, this will take you to the biggest, largest version of that image and only that image. So if I click that, a new tab has appeared on my ribbon, or up on the top of my toolbar for Google Chrome. And I can see that I'm now looking at a very large image, and even my cursor has turned into a plus sign with a magnifying glass, and I click that and it will zoom in even further. And that's the image that I want. I want the high quality, largest image I can get. So when you're looking at images, don't save thumbnails and those kinds of things. You want the high quality one. So I'm going to right click that and hit save image as. And then that will allow me to save it to my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my computer apps 1 folder, and I'm going to save this as spaghetti. Then once it's on my computer, what's nice about Google Chrome is it'll pop it into this like little toolbar down here about where you saved it. But I can go back to Word and I can actually insert it from a file. So I'm going to go to Insert, Picture, and choose this device. Then I'm going to be able to go ahead and navigate to the folder of where my files are that I saved it to. So knowing where I saved it is important, and then find spaghetti and insert it. So pretty easy to insert a file once you've saved it onto your computer.